If this doesn't humble you and blow your mind, I don't know what will. So I just finished reading A Briefer History of Time by Stephen Hawking, where they mentioned a supernova that happened 500 light years away. For context, our sun is 8 light minutes away, meaning it would take 8 minutes for light to travel from the sun to the earth. So I'm thinking 500 light years, like we are such a small speck in a grand universe, yet people are sitting on their couches afraid to put themselves out there, afraid to even say things like, I want to change the world, because they're afraid of sounding too grandiose and people judging them and people making fun of them. It's like, who cares? We're here now for a limited amount of time in this period of time where we even have cell phones to connect with each other. We have this amazing technology, yet people are afraid of it and they're afraid of putting themselves out there. It's like, why? And the other thing with this book is that it just opens you up to how reality isn't what it seems. You know, things aren't super intuitive. Like, we live in a three-dimensional universe, but out there in space, there's more than 3 dimensions. That's a whole topic I could splurge on. But that's the thing, like, same thing with the way we experience reality. Nothing is quite what meets the eye. If you're gonna even put yourself out there, let's say using your phone, it's not just the surface level of views and, you know, followers. It goes deeper, you know, like, for example, like, I have this 7-part aligned authority method where you need to fully connect with your identity, your story, who you are, and embrace your truest ideas and choose a direction and commit to it and put in the work, and then you will build authority, you will establish your platform, and then from there you will have revenue to even use that can be used to make a difference in our world. And there's people doing this everywhere. You know, there's business owners, content creators, entrepreneurs who are using social media for good, and they're actually making the world better. And so I know that's kind of a jump, thinking of like the universe and like how we could use our phones, but what I'm saying is that things, like, when you perceive something differently, then you will live differently. And when you realize that we're just a speck in the universe, it's like, why be afraid? There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not even afraid to die. I'm afraid of not living and doing the most that I can. This sounds kind of weird, and I don't mean this in a dark way, but I'm actually kind of interested in dying because I'm kind of curious to see, like, what happens. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna become one with higher intelligence and just have more perspective on things that humans don't have because we're so limited in a universe. So I know I'm thinking about this in a big way, but regardless, my point is that, you know, good to read books like this because it opens your perspective. I liked it because it's like very sciencey. I have a science degree, and so I like to read books like this to refreshen my memory, but would recommend this if you like science and follow along. So I'm reading 100 books this year, sharing my top thoughts that come with it with all of you.